Hello and welcome to Rushed On Caravans and Motorhomes. This is a Bailey Pegasus Brindisi GT70. I'm going to show you some of the features and benefits as a reminder of how to operate the caravan. At the front of the caravan we've got our Alco stabilised hitch. We need to make sure that the tow ball is kept dry with no grease and no paint on the ball, and because when the hitch head is operated it uses friction pads and it needs to grab around the bare metal. You also have ATC, automatic trailer control, which is just here, utilising the 13-pin connections, which works like similar way to ABS brakes, and if you do start to lose control it will apply the brakes either side so you can regain control and move forward. On this offside we've then got our freshwater would come in here. We need to make sure that the aqua roll is full. We then put the submersible part of the water pump beneath the water line and then into the side of the van. That will make sure that no air is trapped inside the van. We've got our heating exhaust just here, and we've got our gas cabinet just here. Inside this gas cabinet you can fit in 2 gas bottles. The unit is sealed so no gas can leak inside the cabin, but there are holes in the floor so that if any gas does fall from the bottle it will drop and escape. We've got our grey water just there, and then we've got our toilet which is just here. So with the toilet you have your flush which goes in here. Follow the instructions, either the pink or the green chemical. With the cassette, open the cassette door by pressing the buttons, and then we're going to lift this orange handle and we're going to pull all the way out. You're actually on wheels and extendable handle, so when you get to the emptying point you can bring this orange tube round and take that grey cap off. Once you're over the emptying point, if you press that orange button there, it will release the air pressure, which will make it a lot quicker. Once it's all been rinsed off and everything's been put back together, bring it back to the caravan, twist this one round here, and then bring this one back, and the blue chemical goes in the bottom there. When you're ready then to put it back in, make sure the orange handle sits in that hole. As we come along, we've got access under the bed just there. Our mains hookup comes in here, and we've got an external point just there. We've then got access under the bed just there, and our motor mover just there. As we step in, we can turn our 12-volt power on using this one here. We can then turn on our water pump, which is that one there. We've then got our entry light, our awning light, and our lights inside. In terms of the water heater, the space heater, to turn it on, press this one here. You can see the icon is flashing. That's the one that you're selected on. The first one is for room temperature, and you can then change it to the temperature that you want and press the center button. The next one is a water boost function. Because it's effectively a combi boiler, if you've got water in the system it will warm up as the system works with the economy mode. You can increase it to hot, or you can take power away from the space heater and give it to the water heater by putting it on boost. Once you choose what you want, press the center button. The next one is the power source. So we can run it on gas, a mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt of electric, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatts of electric, electric 1 kilowatt on its own, electric 2 kilowatts on its own. We can then change the fan speed from economy up to high. Once we're set, we can then allow the heating to get warm and we can move forward from there. We can also set up timings for the system to work on certain specific times to turn on and off, but if you get used to the top in terms of the room temperature, the water and its power sources, that would be the best way to move forward. You can then check the rest of it out in the handbooks and manuals. With your hob, oven and grill, we need to make sure that this lid goes fully up before any gas will flow through. You then got an electric and 3 gas rings. Underneath we've got our grill, and we've got our oven underneath here. Just on this left hand side there is a sticker that shows the serial number on for this particular unit. If you have any spare parts, those are the numbers that you'll need. And then underneath here we've got space for pots and pans, plenty of storage as well, and then you've got gas isolation valves just below the kitchen sink here, and they're indicated what they are just here. So if you're ever speaking to an engineer and they ask you to isolate the gas onto the fridge, you'll know where to go. Your microwave is a fully fitted microwave from the factory. It is vented and it can be transported like it is. When you are travelling though, it's always worth to take the plate out so it can't rattle around and smash inside. It is a mains only microwave. As we come back, plenty of storage and access underneath the bed. You've got TV points just there. And as we come through to the toilet is a rotational bowl, and you've got a grey catch just underneath here. When you're ready to use the toilet, you need to push it to that far corner just there. Use the toilet and then press the blue button for the flush, and then remember to close it again when you're ready. When that one lights up, it's time to empty the system, and you follow the instructions that I went through earlier. You've then got your vanity unit and your shower, and the shower door is kept into place when travelling by using that white catch just there. Heaviest items need to be over the axle when travelling, and we don't want to store anything high up whilst travelling either. Try and balance it out so that we've got a good weight across the van, but nothing too heavy at the front and definitely not at the back.